Welcome guys. Let's look at the laws of indices. Number one, we have the base multiplication, power addition. What does this mean? For instance, we have two equal bases raised to the power of 2 times a raised to the power of 4. For instance, we have two equal bases. From our last class, we said that there are two things we must consider in indices: the power or index or the base, right? Now, for instance, we have two equal bases. What we do is to pick out one base from it because they are equal, right? Factor out one base, and because we have the multiplying operator here, we add the powers. That becomes 2 plus 4. If we do that, we are going to be having a raised to the power of 6. It's a law in indices. That's why I said base multiplication, power addition. And wherever we multiply the base, we must add the power. Whenever we see that the bases are multiplying, we must add the power. For instance, we have 2 raised to the power of 3 times 16. What do we do with this? Look at this base and look at this base. Are they the same? No, they are not the same bases. So what do? We look for a way to make this bigger base smaller to this one. First things first, method here is to look for a way to reduce this 16 so that the base will be equal to 2. And how do we do that? I'm sure we know that 16 equals 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. How? 2 times 2 being 4, 4 times 2 being 8, and 8 times 2 being 16. So it's safe to say we can have 2 raised to the power of how many? 4. That's indices, right? So we are reversing the process in this case. So I can substitute 16 for 2 raised to the power of 4 because they are the same thing, right? So I'm trying to make you think like an indices student now. So if we have 2 raised to the power of 3 times 16, we can substitute it for 2 raised to the power of 3 times 2 raised to the power of 4. Now we have equal bases. From the law, our first law of indices that says base multiplication, power addition, look at the bases, they are equal. So we pick one base, do 2 raised to the power of 4. Since we have the multiplying operator, we say base multiplication, power addition, we add the powers. So we have 3 plus 4. That becomes 2 raised to the power of what? 7. That's all about this, right? Now let's assume we have 2 raised to the power of 3 times 4. How do we solve this? Remember we said we must look for a way to simplify this one so that the base of this will be equal to the base of this, right? And we know that 4 is 2 times 2. And what is 2 times 2 in indices? 2 times 2 in indices is 2 raised to the power of 2, right? That is, this 2 is showing how many times this 2 will multiply itself. So 2 will multiply itself 2 times, right? To show that this is an indices. So we are substituting 4 for 2 raised to the power of 2 in this simplification. So we have 2 raised to the power of 3 times, instead of 4, we will now write 2 raised to the power of 2 because they are the same thing, right? Why are we doing that? So that we can pick out one base from here. Because the bases are equal, we say we pick out one base, and because of this operator, we add the power. That becomes 3 plus 2, right? And if we do that, we're going to have 2 raised to the power of 5, right? You can choose to simplify this some more. 2 raised to the power of 5 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we multiply that, we're going to be having 32. So this is the simplified answer for this question in this. Let's look at the next law of indices. It says base division and power subtraction. Thank you.